Hello everyone and welcome to My Hobby Home. We are doing another sew along today. We're still working on Silverman. This is the Silverman that I have going right here. I am putting my blocks in rows right now. I've already got the sashing on all of my blocks, you'll see here, and I've actually separated them. So let me just lay them up here. Well, I'll tell you what, let me keep them down here in my tray so I don't get them mixed up. So let's do a little housekeeping first. We do have a sew along going in the Facebook group. I will have down in the description my Facebook group that I have a post for the, did I say Silverman? It's Silverstone, I think. I think that's what it's called. I can't remember, y'all. I think it's Silverstone. Robert Kaufman's Silverstone. I do have a Facebook group that has a post in it going for the Silverstone, this one here. And then I have a post going for the Sherry McConnell's Grandma's Scrap Quilt. So if you have photos you want to upload and would like to share with us, please go to the Facebook group. If you're not a member yet, I will have the link down in the description. All you have to do is click that, request for approval. I will approve. I approve most everybody. I have not approved a few of them. So if you are watching and I did not approve you, it is because you have not been a member on Facebook long enough. If you became a member this year within the last week, I'm not approving you because I've noticed there's a lot of scams going, and most of them are recent Facebook group. If you want to be included in the Facebook group and I have declined your request, my email is down in the description. Please email me and let me know that you would like to be part of the Facebook group. That way, if I have an email and then I have a request, I know you're a legit person. But if you're new to Facebook, you may want to go on and send me an email and say, hey, I'm going to request. Can you please approve me? Because I had 3 today that I received requests for, and they joined Facebook like within the last 30 days. That's a red flag for me. So I declined them. So, but if you want to be in part of the group, feel free, email me. I will go in, resend your request. I will go on and approve it. But if you have photos, go on and load them in those posts. The Silverstone, I think so. Y'all, I can't never remember what this thing is called. Do I still have my, I'm looking to see if I still have my pattern laid here. I think I put my pattern back in my box. But it's the Robert Kaufman. At the end of August, the very last day of August, 12 p.m. midnight, or 12 a.m., whatever they're going to call it. 12:01 a.m., September 1. You will no longer be able to add comments to be included in the I don't know what to call it, the gift. I don't know if I'm going to do a random drawing out off the pictures, but if you have photos of this quilt that we're doing the sew along for today, make sure to put them in there, because those that are sewing along with me, you're being added in for a chance to win a prize. It don't cost you anything to do it, but whatever you use to make your quilt, if you're doing it scrappy, hey, you're using up your scraps. But I will have a gift box go out to the winner of the sew along. And you don't have to be 100% complete to add your photo. Just add your photo in there. And yeah, so that is for this one here, the Silverstone. I'm pretty certain it's called the Silverstone. I can't remember, but Silverman, Silverstone, Silver something. This one. And also for Grandma's Scrap Quilt, I don't have a giveaway going with that one. But feel free to share your photos. I know I have not shared any photos, but I will be adding some tonight to the group. So, but guys, our Facebook group, I'm just thinking of things that I may need to tell y'all. I'm hoping to finish my Silverstone, maybe not in this session, but one more session. And then it will go to possibly long arming to be completed, or I may do it myself. I don't know. I don't have a long arm machine, but I got a sewing machine. 2 hands that can push. So I don't know. I may end up quilting it. I have not decided. I mean, I can see a design on it that I would do if I quilted it. But I'm not sure yet. So hang with me on that, because I can't say for certain. And let's see. Okay. Those of my subscribers that view me daily, I'm sorry I did not have y'all a video Thursday night. I'm going to kind of tell you a little bit of what happened and what's going on. I know I have shared that my husband and I are doing a program to help us, you know, detox things out of our system and our body. And last week, I was extremely tired. I did no videos at all this past week until Thursday. I think Thursday night, I made, no, it wasn't even Thursday night. I didn't do one either Thursday night. I got up Friday morning, did the video that y'all saw Friday night. So all last week, I was extremely exhausted. Just, I mean, I came in, I sat down, and I just went to sleep sitting in the chair. Well, I talked to my, I don't know what to call her, my health coach today. And yeah, I'm sorry, my glasses are, it's very humid here today. I'm kind of glistening right now on my skin. So my glasses are trying to slide. But I talked to my health coach today, and she is thinking that my electrolytes are off because of this. I am doing a high intake of water, but I'm not replenishing electrolytes artificially, I guess. And I will say, I have been craving salt. I'm eating a lot of salt, but natural salt, you know, like Redmond's real salt, or the Celtic sea salt. Those are the 2 salts that I will be eating or using. But she has suggested that I put like extra salt in my drinks. Well, I don't really care for that, but I don't know if I still have it here. I'm not sponsored. Let me just say that. Not sponsored. My water, you'll notice it's a little cloudy, and that is it's a very salty tasting drink that I'm not crazy about. It's that Element, LMNT. I have the watermelon flavor, but she's given me the name of another one that I can try, and she said it's not as salty tasting. So I'm going to try it. So guys, I'm so sorry I didn't have a video for y'all, but I was taking care of myself. I was extremely tired. I was resting. So, but I'm sorry that happened. I am just going to get started. It looks like my sashing is going to the right side, and I'm just going to get started, guys. So how are y'all doing with the Silverstone. It is the Silverstone. So how are y'all doing with the Silverstone? If you're not doing the Silverstone, what are y'all working on? Because we are just sitting here sewing today. I need to get everything lifted up here. I was doing a tad bit of cleaning on my machine and everything, and I've had a very busy day today. I'm hoping you are having a sewing wonderful day, because I know the weekend has started, so that means hopefully sewing for me all weekend. No plans of anything else, but that's not to say something else may not happen, because it always does. And I'm going to let y'all know I am going to be cutting each one of these. I'm not going to try to do multiples, and I'm just not going to do it, because that leads me into confusion, and no, not interested in that. So I am just putting my blocks together here. I'm going to trim that, and I'm going to show y'all my cute little bag. Y'all would have seen this yesterday. Very cute little bag there. Now I am hoping I've got this all even and centered and all the good stuff, you know. Because, you know, with sashings, you kind of have to think that stuff through beforehand. So I'm going to lay this one down and take the next one and just put it on there. But I hope everyone, now I have seen some photos in the Facebook group that have their Silverstone completed, and that is fabulous. Normally, I'm one of those people that get into it and just get it done. But I'm taking my time with this one. I mean, I could probably finish it all the way up tonight, and you know, I could probably get it ready to be quilted tonight. But I'm not, and I'm saying tonight because I am sewing in the evening time, as I normally do. Even though I did not have to work today, I've been off all day, but I've had a lot of other things going on. Quite interesting things. Y'all stay tuned and y'all will hear about it. So, very interesting things. So, coming up, I hope to have, if you follow my food channel, my cooking channel, I'm hoping to have another video come out this week on it. Maybe 1 or 2 videos. I know one for sure that I'm hoping to get done tomorrow. But that's some more stuff coming up. Okay. And when I get to a piece like this that has nothing on it, no sashing, I then place it to try and see how I want it. I'm going to do it where those whites are opposite one another. And we're getting this strip done. I think I have 2 more strips to complete. So I have all my sashing done. I'm putting my strips together now. After that, I will then start sashing across the top of it. And let me make sure I got a blank one. Yes. And once I start sashing across the top of them, I will then start putting the rows together. And once I get the rows put together, I will then border it. I don't know if I have borders for this. I think the sashing may be it. I can't recall if I have the backing for this or if I just had this color. I didn't see a backing in there for this, but that doesn't mean I don't have one. Because I feel pretty certain that I did buy backing for this. But I will have to look and see. Okay, I just did a quick look and I don't see anything for this one. But I know they still have some yardage for this. So I may have to go get some yardage. But I got to get it finished first. Because I think the only yardage that I bought for this one was this green. And that will be... okay, I mean, I may want a red backing, who knows. That's why I normally finish a quilt before I buy backing for it, unless I know for a fact that I want a certain backing on it. And some fabrics, I know for a fact what backing I want on it. Now this I need to look at because it is very close. It looks good. Even though it's close, it looks good. I'm trusting my sashing more than I'm trusting my squares that I've made. Because I've already sewn my squares. And there could be issues with the sizing on that. So I'm definitely trusting my sashing over my square. Now, I do want to let you know, just because you're done with Silverstone does not mean don't sew along with us. I will be having more, I don't know if they're called sew-alongs or what. I will be doing sewing still for y'all on Saturdays and Sundays, even after I'm done with these. And, you know, just whenever you get done with yours, feel free to put your photo out there on the Facebook group. I would love to see everyone's quilts that is sewing along with me. And I, you know, just kind of like I'm making a difference. You know, I'm part of something bigger. I like to know that I'm part of something bigger. And I mean, what's better to be part of than a large quilting community? You know, I can tell you each one of these quilts that you see behind me, each one of those was made with a larger community. That very top one right here, I don't know if y'all can see these, because I realized in my last video that I was pointing at stuff and y'all, it wasn't even in the screen. But in the frame, I can see my quilts here. This one right here was the carnival with cotton cuts. There was a whole group of people doing the carnival. This one right here, I did with a quilt retreat with Kristen with IC Stars Quilting. I went to one of her quilt retreats, and she does have another one in September. I really wish I could go, but it doesn't look like it's going to pan out where I can go. This one right here was a sew-along she did. It was a Taylor Swift sew-along. So I did that. Not this one. This one here was out of a project box, but a lot of people got that project box. This one right here, you can't really see it, but it was the Brave Sew Along. I was part of a group doing that sew along. So it's just, I love seeing where people come together and have a common thread in it. You know, it's just really amazing to me to see it. And I'm just amazed to be a small part of something so big. And I've had several people that aren't doing the sew along that say, you know, they did this pattern and they loved it. And I actually see this pattern being one possibly that I keep in my repertoire. You know, it's like a pattern. I really do like this pattern. You know, if you have a couple charm packs, well, 4 more specifically, because this is made out of a layer cake. If you have 4 charm packs, you can make a quilt this size. And let me look at that just to be able to tell y'all what size this is ending up being. It is finishes at 58.5 by 68. So if you just use what they specify, then you could have a quilt that size. Okay, it looks like I have more rows than I thought I did. Okay, now I'm down to 2 rows. But I am just so excited to be part of this. You know, just 5 years ago, you might not have found as many people quilting. But, you know, after 2020, a lot of people are moving towards, I don't know, self-sufficiency. Maybe they were moving to something to knock the boredom out from being at home. Maybe a way to generate additional income for the family. None of the above for me, but I started quilting. I don't know if I started quilting because I was coming in from work, sitting down in my recliner and going to sleep. And I have grandbabies now. When I was told I was going to have a grandbaby, I knew I needed to step up my game to be Grammy. And that is exactly what my goal is, doing this. Because my grandbaby needs a grandma that can make them all the good things, you know. Make them a little sleep mat cover when they start kindergarten, and a Grammy that can make them a costume for Halloween, which I've sewn for a very long time. And if you're new, you probably don't know this about me, but I will tell you. So those are my OG people. You know this. But I've been sewing since I was about 8 or 9. And it was clothing. The first thing I made was sleep shorts. And because my aunt and my grandmother were going to make sure that we all knew how to sew. And you know, well, I'm not going to say the price of fabric is cheaper than buying clothes, because it absolutely is not. But if you have a lot of allergies and stuff, quilting fabric is 100% cotton. Most of it is 100% cotton. I've never seen quilting fabric that is not, but I'm not going to say that there's not something else out there. But all the quilting fabric I use is 100% cotton. Now, I'm not saying there's not dyes in there, but you may, if you have high allergies, you may need to go back to 100% cotton clothing. Well, what better way to do that than get it from a quilting store? I know I am seriously looking into that now, going to 100% natural fibers and not synthetic fibers, because on this journey that my husband and I are on, trying to clear our systems of toxins and things, we're finding out things you wear, things you eat, eyeglasses, these things have toxins in them. Shampoo. So we're trying to get as unprocessed and as organic as we possibly can. We can't get 100%. Nobody can, because we don't grow 100% of our food source. We don't grow our clothing fibers. We don't grow things like that. So it's not possible for us to do that. Now, is that not a goal? Definitely. I would love to be able to grow all of our food. But I'm not into the homesteading life. I'm not into raising animals for food. I have done that. Well, I guess I could say I've done it once before. I used to raise rabbits, and that's just a big undertaking. Because you don't just keep them in a pen. You take care of them. You make sure they have their medicines, their wormers, their food, the whole nine. So, okay. So, guys. Oh, no. I've still got one more to do. I really thought I was on my last one. Oh, my goodness. Well, let's see. We've got one more here that we are putting together. And it looks like all my bottom squares are white. Well, I'm going to shake this one up and not do a bottom white, because I don't want it to look white all the way across. I want to have some greens and stuff up in there. And I will try to have you guys about an hour video today, once again, for a sew along, so y'all can sew along with me. Right now, we're at 35 minutes. And I don't know, maybe I might have cut some out, did a little editing for you, but because you don't want to see the back of my head. I promise you, you do not. You may think you okay and fine with it, but you're not. You're really not. You don't want to see the back of my head the whole time. And here in just a few, I am going to have to press my rows. And that's going to take a good amount of time. Let's see, I'm trying to think of what else is going on that may be interesting to hear or to know. Nothing major going on with me, I don't guess. Just to sew along tomorrow morning. And please note that everything I do is pre-recorded. Now, I did find out today that I could pre-record, and Katie with Greenland Quilters kind of filled me in on this. I'm going to have to research it a little more. She was telling me how you can pre-record and set it as a premiere, and you can actually go in and chat with people in the video. And I, do a video and set it as a premiere. And that just amazes me. I may have to do that one day so I can hop in there with you guys and we can chit chat. That may be the best option instead of a live, because we have tested our internet and it's sad, y'all. It's sad. It's 2024. People shouldn't have this kind of trouble with internet. But our internet is awful. Okay, I got a kitty cat that's making noises now. So if y'all hear, she's okay. She's just calling one of the others to get them in trouble or something. She's my little troublemaker. Or she's either sitting at my husband's office calling him because he went out for work yesterday. And he gives her treats all the time, and I have to get on to him because it messes her little tummy up. And then I'm the one left to clean it up. And I'm not the one. I don't, My babies know how to go outside. Because they know I ain't, nope. And she's my baby too, but she's taken more to my husband than to me. Because when we got her, I wanted a lovey cat that, like to be held. I wanted a snuggly cat. She's not a snuggly cat. Because the only snuggly cat that I had, that was my little baby, he's no longer with us. So I wanted a snuggly cat. She may be the same breed and everything of cat that he was, but she not a snuggly cat. So, okay, I think I now have all of my rows done. Let's see how many rows I have. 1. See, I didn't even count how many rows I had going on here. It looks like I have 7 rows. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to take each one of my rows and I am going to press towards the inside of the sashing. Well, I can't do that. Some I have to do inside, some I have to do outside, because if I do them all towards the inside, they will not nest. And I want them to nest. So guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to start pressing and I'll be right back with you. Well guys, I think I am going to end this video here. You're going to get a little shorter video. I've only got 1 row pressed And it took me about 10 minutes to press that row. So I'm going to let you guys go, and we will be back next Saturday at the same time, 9 a.m. Central Time. And I hope you want to come back and join me, even if it's just to see what's going on. So guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day. I hope you're getting some sewing done. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Goodbye.